Good morning, track fans. How you doing, everyone? Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Get in there. Well, what a day, what a morning. Sorry, I've been flustered this morning. I've had tech issues, getting up on time issues, got all sorts of issues. But the biggest issue we've got is there's not enough time to do our slot car addiction. That is what there is not enough time for. But anyway, we're going to have a great show today. Calm, calm. It's Sunday slot car sessions with me, Pete Brown, here every Sunday to bring you the best, the biggest, and the best in the world for slot car action, entertainment, and generally a little, update on what's going on, what I've been seeing, what other people have been seeing, and just share a moment with you guys and have you guys share a moment with each other. And I enjoy sharing time with you guys, and that is here every Sunday. So if you're just tuning in for the first time ever, welcome aboard the mayhem for slot car hobby. I'm one of the contributors out there. There's plenty of us going on, but you'll find me here every Sunday, and a pleasure to have your company as always. So if you are just in and you're just rubbing your eyes, you're getting a sleet out of it, Simon Hook, I'm watching you. Yeah, that's right. I hope that alarm worked. Do us a solid while you're here. Hit the like button for me. Let's get that rolling straight away. Awesome. So we've got a great show coming up later. Lots to talk about. Tons of tracks. Tell you a little track experience in a bit. But that's good. However, bit of housekeeping. On the 7th of July, won't be here. So there you go. No show. 7th of July. Doing my quarterly day off, which is actually a busman's holiday because I'm working at Silverstone. Got a gig at Silverstone, and I'll be doing that. So not going to have the time here, but it's getting some money together, get our liquidation funds filed away, and then next time I do Silverstone next year, to the guys who are taking me there, that money I make, I can buy slot cars. Slot cars. Those in. I'm going to have a little round up from 7:30 of the chat. And then we'll crack on. So let's have a look. Oh yeah, he made it. He made it. Simon, good morning. How are you doing? Morning, Daz. Good morning, Pat. Good morning, Bo. Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Ian. All in. Get in. Ian is still in Spain, everyone. He's still at Crick Crack, having a good time. Don't make out like you're having a bum time, Ian. You're in Barcelona, having the best time on the beach, playing slot cars. What's not to love about that? You ain't getting sympathy in here, mate. In fact, if you said, hey, mate, I'm still in Basildon, you probably got more sympathy. Actually, I think Doug's going to probably get the lion's share of the sympathy. So hang on. Ian and Doug partnership. Where's Doug? He's in a hot unit down in somewhere down in, I don't know, Andover way, grafting in 30-degree heat in the tin roof, making tracks, ready for whatever event. And where's Ian? Oh, he's in Barcelona, living it up, having a great time, eating paella, seeing the beach when he wakes up, and we're going to feel sorry for him? No way. No, I'm only kidding, Ian. I hope you have a good time. And I saw a great thing on the other day. It's not slot car related, but funny nevertheless. Which, who is a big sort of testing body here, like certification body, they road tested some sun creams and suntan lotions, and all of the big brands failed. Imagine that. They all failed. All you're paying for is packaging. The best ones were actually in discounted Aldi and Lidl supermarkets at like £2.50, £3, and they did what they achieved on a tin. So anyway, I digress. Good morning, Dave. Good morning. Morning, Dick. How you doing? Yes, behave. She's not here for now, but we are. Good morning, Doug. Doug and Ian up at the same time. Boy, blimey, they must be busy. So I know that they'll be well, Ian won't be. He's on the beach having a nice blue raspberry slush puppy right now, whereas Doug is grafting in the unit, trying to do 15 tracks, and laser cutting like a Roman, 3D printing. I bet that unit stinks down there, doesn't it? Oh, I love it. When I get the box right, excuse me, when I get the box from Magnetic Racing, hoorah! I look forward to opening it up and smelling that wood. Oh, I say, so I don't know if that's wrong on so many levels, but I like it. And that's well, yeah. You can like a lot of things that might not be right, but that's okay to like that. The smell of that stuff. Awesome. And let's see. Yeah, I did. Oida. Not bad. It was 7:32, but you know, I'm working on it, Nico. Oida. We're getting there. Yeah, we will discuss the vid in a bit, mate. Honestly. Good morning, Harry. See you coming in. And good morning, Shano. There he is. I just watched your video, Shane, on your what do you call it? Kind of, I don't know, building going down the ramp. Very nice. Very nice. If no one's seen that, I highly recommend that. 54 hours of slot car marshalling this week. Still not selling it as a bum job, Ian. Still not selling it. I could quite happily do that for a living, mate. I'm telling you. You're not selling it. We're not giving you any sympathy. I tell you what, if you feel like giving Ian some sympathy, leave a comment for him in the comment section. Tell him what you feel, how you feel about him being in Barcelona playing slot cars for a week and getting paid for it. Hang on. Excuse me. That's COVID still coming through. Right. Retro Dave is with us. Good. Okay, cool. Right. So, what's been happening with you guys this week? So, we've had, we're going to cover a few bits and pieces like things with YouTube and that you can look at in a minute. But have you guys been up to much this week? Because I've had a right old situation this week with some decals. All those guys on the Wired on Wednesdays, they turn up. A big shout out to the members. Thank you very much, guys. Having your company every Wednesday on Wired on Wednesday, killer. And yeah, so thank you ever so much for the ongoing support to the members. I really appreciate it. It makes a difference, honestly. Allows me to buy that nice blue car that we're working on, that GT3 one. So if you don't know what that is, $2.99 a month. Your quid's in, get on board, join us every Wednesday. But yeah, I have been dished a bit of a challenge this week by Stuart Madison's car, BMW 2.8, lovely from SRC. Can't show you it at the moment, but I'll show you it maybe next week. It's all the way over there, behind lighting rigs, behind everything. It's just, I'm not getting it because I will trip over on the way back and brain myself or break the car, even worse. Or both. But it's got these really shiny decals. Let me share a picture with you and I'll show you what I'm talking about, because on the end you might be able to give me some help with this, maybe slotcar or someone who's into this sort of stuff. Right, let me find a good picture for you guys. Get into it now. Oh my gosh, I found it in my own filing kit. Is this a good picture? This is a good picture. Right, let me share the screen and I'll gladly show you what's been tripping me up a bit this week. But I've thought about a solution. Okay, here we go. So this is the car that I'm building at the moment for Stuart. Lovely bit of kit. It's a white kit, right? So all of the color that you see on there is decals. All that blue, it's like a wrap. It's like a car wrap. So there's the car. And you'll note around the I don't know if you can see my cursor on the screen, but you'll see this silver lining going round, contouring round the body, just below the wing mirror. and just below the blue and just above the white colors, there's that silver strip. That's a decal. And actually, oh, that's pretty good. I can see where they've done their join here, just on the front of the bonnet, on the right hand set of lights. I zoom in, you can just see it, just where they've overlapped the strip. That's reassuring. And also you've got the strip around the windows. So around the front window screen, that little strip, and around the side, the driver's doors and the passenger doors, you've got that silver line. So what I'm tempted to do is I've got around most of the car with that silver strip, but there's a millimeter either side of the decal strip, if that makes sense. And when you're going over, it's like a little ridge where you have to apply the decal to. Well, of course, the decal's quite hard. So as you apply the decal to it, the millimeter flaps out. It flaps out. And on the front of the bonnet, where I was applying the silver decals, I think these guys have had a slight issue with it as well. You've got, oh, I like that idea, Dick. Sorry, I just saw your message. That's a sterling idea. I'm gonna rip that off if that's okay. But anyway, so what I'm thinking of doing is using the strips as I've done for the contour of the car. However, the contour of the windows, I'm thinking of masking taping up and actually spraying chrome. So I create a chrome strip, a little bit like, no, I don't know if it's released that video. I almost said something about someone's video then, and I don't know if they've released it yet. So I don't want to ruin the show. But anyway, tape it off and spray the small sections as it needs be, rather than messing around with the decals that I feel will come off in time because of that little 1 millimeter overhang. So I'll stop sharing that. That has been my learning curve this week, guys. And I think that I've cracked it. So later on today, I'm going to experiment a little bit with that and see what I can come out with. I'm aiming to get that car finished this week. It's been with me too long. So what I'd like to do, my goal is to get the decals finished and build it today. Bosh, done. Tack coat layer of clear coat, done today. Boom. Second tack coat layer tomorrow. Boom, done. Wired on Wednesday. I clear coated that blue car that I won't disclose on Wednesday. So there's a few little bits of dust particles in it, members. So we're going to wet sand those out. Then we're going to clear coat it again. And that should be perfect. Then we can polish it. Yeah, 3-stage polish. You know, remember how we did on the last one? It's gonna come out like that. So that has been my challenge of the day. I don't know if you guys have had any challenges like that. If you've been building some cars or working on some tracks, what have you guys been doing this week in your slot world? Oh, what? You are joking me. Oh, come on, Ian. Like, no one's there to see if that's even real. Ian saying that he's only having one blue slush mush muppy a day. A slush puppy, that is. My mate in school, she used to call it a mush muppy. Well, she didn't sound like that. She sounded like mush muppy because we were up in Merseyside. Awesome. It's a shoot. Things to go through it. I like it. Oh yeah, of course. You had it described as a poop shoot. I remember now. Oh yeah, there you go. Pat's reaffirmed what I've just thought about. Morning, Lionel. How you doing? Get in there. Background music is low or I'm too loud. I can't work it out. All right, let's turn it up a bit. Let's turn it up to number 13. There you go. For you, Ian. Awesome. So, well, good. So let's have a little catch up. Yeah, silver pen, Dave. That's not a bad idea. I don't know about that though, because you know, with silver pen. Oh no, it could work. I was going to say, when you write with the silver pens, you know, like on the back of a bus seat. I've seen kids doing that. You shouldn't do that. It's vandalism. But anyway, when I saw some kids writing on the back of a bus seat with that type of pen, the silver or the gold ones, there was that kind of like metallic streak into it. That's what I was thinking of just then. But then I thought to myself, actually, when it dries, it's actually quite a consistent silver. It's not a bad shout, Dave. I don't think I've got any, but it's not a bridge too far to get some in. Good idea. And Andy's coming out with the same thing. This must be an Essex thing. You're thinking of the same stuff. Yeah, Dave's been signing his merch before he's sending it out. Love it. Hey, I'll tell you what it is, Bo. It is SRC, a 50502. That's their product code if anyone wants one of these bad boys. Kit BMW 2.8 C something or other. CS. Might be time for an eye test, people. Chrono, Beyond, Rally slots. Made in Europe. Oh, I like it. Look at that, everyone. Oh, made in Europe. Straight to the top of my Christmas card list, SRC. I thought the parts were quality. Right, let's get on with the show, shall we? I mean, gee, what we come here for? Oh, panic then. Absolute panicked. I put the show up and there was no show. I was like, oh yeah, that's why I was late. You know, I'll tell you why I was late. Because, hang on. Because the presentation was over 50 megabytes. So I had to quickly go in the presentation and delete a couple of slides. That's right, it was a monster show today. Delete a couple of slides, Miss Moneypenny, slides, so that it would fit into the streaming software. It sucks, man. Who has a 50 meg limit on your presentation? I mean, it's quite big, but who cares? Anyway, got it sorted now. So we're in the game. And that is that. Oh, I love it. Nico, he's signing autograph. Nico, mate, I feel for you. Bless you. Nico's cat crossed the rainbow this week and horrific. So hearts out to you, brother. And incidentally, 2 days later, Friday night, Nico, my mum sent me a picture of her cat who's also crossed the rainbow. 18 years old, her cat was. 18 years old. Imagine that. My kids turned 18 2 weeks ago. Ah, that's a long time to have a little fur baby. Oh, Harry is making a hillbilly barrier, painting some laminate flooring borders this week and making some polystyrene hills. Hello, share. Come on, Harry. I can't even believe you're not recording it as we speak. You know why, don't you? Because he's going to make that video and it's going to be Sunday slot car sessions as the audio in the background. Ah, I've done that before. I made a video and this is a bit embarrassing. I'm going to redo it, Benjamin. Slots and Spoils sent me my fabulous rack that you see every week here next to me. Let me show you it. Get rid of that comment. See this rack here? So the rack that's holding these cars on, this is an official Slots and Spoils merchandise. Trying to get his, so you can see it here. Slots and Spoils. You can find him on Facebook and YouTube in a heartbeat. Anyway, hello. RC, got the Martini livery back in the thing. All right, I know you've got feelings. We're working through it. But anyway, where was it going with this? Yeah, that's right. So I was building this rack. COVID's still with me. I was building this rack and doing a tutorial on it. And in the background, for the whole like 15-20 minutes, you've got Ted, Slot Car Daddy, and Rob, Deli on Slot Cars. Where is Rob anyway? Has anyone seen Rob? Rob, Deli on, where are you? We haven't seen you in forever, man. I know you was pivoting to Hot Wheels channel, and I must catch up on that. But generally, haven't seen you knocking about, mate. I hope you're all right. Are you okay? Ted, give us an update on Rob. But those two were doing their live stream, their podcast that we're doing at the time. I do hope that comes back, guys. And yeah, so all of the background of the build, you've got those two delivering a show. That's what it's going to be like. Come on. Yes, now we're talking. He's enticing us. More videos coming up. Well, talk is cheap, Harry. Let's have it. Let's have it, brother. Anyway, let's give a shout out to the Young Track fans out there. And I tell you what, I met some Young Track fans last week. If I put all the Young Track fans I met last week onto this slide, mate, that would be the show. Young Track fans shout out, and then an hour later we'll be off for porridge. Right, from the top, I'm running through this. Nice and quick today because I've got other things to chat lots about. So Albert and Wilf, my bestest nephews ever. Good morning. How are you all? Lewis, Eleanor, Liam, good morning all to you guys as well. What are you guys up to? Slot car in today? Let me know. Hit us up with a comment when you drag your carcasses out your pit and you wake up. Get up! There you are. Ruben, how are you, mate? Your dad's in the chat already. Are you up yet? What are you doing? And more to the point, I want some more HO drag strip videos, please. Andy and Ruben are bringing us some drag strip videos on their channel, Andy and Ruben Racing. So do make sure you're subscribed to that and tuned in and ready to see what they're doing. I saw a snippet of it. It's looking good. The terrain, not what you would expect. Distance, excellent. Reaction, Ruben reactions. That's what we're going to call it now. You've heard of Spider Sense. You've heard of, Quick Draw McGraw. Now, in this era, we're going with Ruben reflexes. So you've got Ruben reflexes. You have. There you go. I've started a thing now. So if you're first off the line, boosh, you got Ruben reflexes. So make sure you incorporate that into your vocabulary, everyone. Ruben reflexes on the drag strip, but it's not limited to the drag strip. It can be on any track. Woo! Yes, Ruben. We created something, mate. Unbelievable. My co-host extraordinaire. Love it. Isabella, good morning. Rowan, good morning to you, my son. How you doing? Well, Dave's son, but you know what I mean. Lewis B, how you doing? Elisa, good morning. Sasha, over at DNA Slot Cars. Sasha, where are you on your whirlwind tour? Last check I saw, you were in Colorado. No, maybe. I don't know the geography right, but I saw those, those famous Red Canyon, that's the word. Those pictures of the Red Canyon desert over in America somewhere. I think it's Colorado or somewhere like that. Anyway, your old man sent me pictures of there and pictures. I don't actually know if I'm meant to say this. He was racing somewhere. So I'm just going to say that in case you guys are doing a video of where you've been. But yeah, he was racing somewhere and that looked like a whole heap of fun. Right up my street. We've got somewhere over here called Black Rock Sands. Very similar. Good couple of 5 miles of flat, hard standing beach to race on. So good morning, Sash. Elliot, good morning. Mia, good evening. You should be in bed at the moment, sleeping. But when you wake up, and Liam, because they're both in Canada, good morning to you guys when you wake up and watch this back. I know you watch this back secretly, so don't be trying to hoodwink us that you're too cool for school and you don't watch this, because you need to know what we're saying about you, don't you? It's all good. That's what it is. Where am I up to? Jacob, how you doing, my friends over in Thrapston? Good morning to you, mate. Good morning, Cam, my Group C extraordinaire. He's a legend, Cameron. I love you to bits, mate. Get on there, get on the track and give it to your dad, Simon. He deserves a good whooping today. He's had it too good, too long. His dad is a good racer. But, the kids are coming through now, mate. They're going to have Ruben reflexes, and that's it. You're all going to be done for. Good morning, Charlotte and Mason. Good morning, Jacob up in North Staffs. How you doing, my friend? Leighton and George. Good morning, George. Your dad's here. Are you? Well, we'll see you in a bit when you get up. No problem at all, mate. It's going to be a long day of slot car racing today, everyone. Good morning, Olivia. Good morning. And there you go. We're right through it. And good morning to everyone I met last Monday. What we're going to talk about a little bit more as we go along. But first things first, we've got the boys over in Belgium flying the flag for us. Yes. Hello, Lewis. I know you're watching. Nick, I know I'm your guilty secret as well. I know you're watching this. Hang on. Excuse me, a little coughing spit here. I'm getting so excited. Boosh. So what we got going on is the 24 hours of the Paul Richard track in Belgium. It is going on there. So they're doing a live stream, everyone. I will put the link to the live stream in the chat. Just give me a moment. I will find the channel because the live stream ends and then they start a new live stream. So let me get you the link to the channel. Right. I'll put it in the chat, guys. That link there, that will take you to the live stream, to the channel that is live streaming the event all night, all day, and everything. So you've got from right to left, you got Lewis, you got Nick, you've got Gary, most do know Gary, and then the guy on the end, I am gonna beat myself up forever for forgetting his name. I am so sorry, my friend. Someone tell me what the guy on the far left is called. Sorry, on the far left-hand side is called. God forbid you say the words far left or far right here at the moment during election season. Woo! We get cancelled in a heartbeat. But you know the rules before you start. No religion, no politics, no three numbers, no innuendo, and there was something else that I've forgotten about. Probably no violence, but that's just a given. We don't do that stuff in here. You want that stuff, go and watch the Tiger King. Anyway, these guys are bringing it to us. 24 hours of racing. I mean, that's something else. But let me share with you a couple of pictures of the track. Look at it like an advanced screening of the track focus. So this is one end of the track, the Paul Richard track, everyone. It's looks to me like a Ninko track, but look at the size of that. Oh my word, you're gonna get some speed on that long stretched track, long stretched straight on the left hand side there. And on the left hand side, the cars will be coming at you, coming towards you, right down to the near distance where they come round that corner and then they go away from you on the right hand side, on the closest side where it says Paul Richard. And they will be flying up. Anyway, I thought I had another slide of this. Let's have a quick look at the live streaming. So yeah, I'm gonna share my screen, just give you an idea of what's happening with that one there, and then you will be able to see what you can tune into a little bit later. So here we go. So this is how they're presenting the live stream, guys. You have got the race on the left and you've got the race positionings. And you know what? I was watching a bit of this last night at about 11 o'clock p.m. before I was going to bed. They're an hour ahead of us at the moment because they're in Belgium. So the time over there is 9:01. Big wave to the guys. If you're watching this from Belgium or anyone over there watching this, stop watching this. You're supposed to be marshalling or sleeping. What's the matter with you people? But no, this is what happened. This is where they were is roughly where they were last night in the standings. You had Sport Car Racing. That is the team I've just shown you guys on the podium, the four guys. They have been holding forth all night long. Looking at best laps are about getting a 9.65 fastest lap, 9.02 on there. Looks like the fastest lap. That's pretty quick. What else have we got to look at here? So there is, wow, am I reading this right? Is there actually 111 laps between the first and second place? That's a pretty big distance. That must be the home team right there. Scuderia, I noticed that Scuderia Viking are in the mix. Car 14. Is Maurizio there? Does anyone know? Great bar. Great. Hang on. The Exiles are there. Well done. That's John Underwood and Jonathan and those guys. Then you've got Scuderia Viking, which is normally Viking, including Maurizio. I don't know if Maurizio is there. We've got Gas Monkeys. So that's Alan, Graham. Is it Mark or Matthew? Forgive me. I'm going to go with Matty. And then you got Great Bar. This is where young track fan Cameron goes racing, everyone. It's a great bar, slot cars. So Nick up there, you got Barry, and you've got, what's his face, who come on our Le Mans 24 video. God, what's his name? It's over a year ago. Sorry. Got the word Joseph in there. But anyway, if you want to watch some of the race and just check in now and again, give the boys who are flying the flag up the England a little bit of moral, you can do that. So I'll just close that down now. Come back to here. Those cars are all sorts, to be honest with you. Some Scale Auto. You've got some NSR. You will have some custom 3D printed chassis, 3D printed bodies, and custom light kits for light, weight reduction, etc. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying some of the things that I overheard in the toilets at the Le Mans last year. So it makes me sound like I'm cool. But yeah, Wayne. Yes, Dave. Excellent. Well put out. I'll put this up so you got his handle on the screen. Wayne from Car Fun mostly is over there. Don't think he's competing. I think he's gone on a busman's to record and bring us some action from the event. Very good indeed. Let's give him some kudos while we're here, just so you can recognize his channel if you see it. Oh, where is his channel? For some reason, he just doesn't come up in the search. Right, it's very difficult to find his Wayne. So let me share the screen so you can see what his channel looks like. Right, here we go. So here's Waynos. There you go. That's what he looks like. He's breaking cameras around the world. Love you, Wayne. So Wayne is there. He is the king of quick videos. So he'll come on 1 or 2 minutes long, bosh some bit of information or an interview or a pit box invasion, give you that information and then bail out of there. So Wayne is a quick fire content creator. Literally, he walks around with his phone ready to record. So if you want to see a little bit more from Wayne, no, he's not doing anything live at this event. That was from the digital from last year. Great. But as you can see, lots of quick fire short videos from Wayne. Excellent. Well done, mate. Bring us a little bit more today. If you're watching this, Wayne, I know you're a fan of the show. So if you're watching this, do give us a little bit more. I don't know if he's racing or not. Maybe actually, Dave, you could be right. Because of the lack of content, not in a bad way, but because normally he is like literally 2 minutes every 2 minutes, he might be racing. Right. Anyone got a direct feed to the Waynester? Wayne, let's have it. Oh, come on. Who doesn't hang around in the carsies? I'm that guy, yeah. Do you want to... Yeah, I'm that guy, yeah, with all the aftershaves by the mirror that you can't get past. Pound, 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 spray, spray, spray. And you're like, no, I don't want any, mate. He's like, pound, pound, pound. And they come out with those stupid little rhymes that I can't repeat on Sunday morning broadcasting. Anyway, no, I'm definitely not one of those aftershave sellers. You know the ones. If you ever went clubbing to house and dance clubs in the 90s. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I love it. Good morning, Janu. How you doing, mate? You all right? I just see him sneak in. And good morning, Tony. How you doing, fella? So I've been rambling on here. So if you've sneaked in and stuff, I haven't seen you coming in yet. But don't let that stop you, mate. Yeah, it was. No. You're talking about in the cubicles. I'm talking about by the mirrors and the sinks. You want to go and wash your hands, and you've got some idiot trying to spray stuff on you. I'm like, stop that! And he's like, what are you talking about? You need some of this. You're going to get the ladies. I was like, mate, if I put some of that on, I'll set fire to the ladies. I definitely don't want any of that. It'll be fine. So, you know, these people think that if you smell good, you're going to get like ladies. It don't work like that. I'm telling you guys, the quickest way to entertain someone, because you might be, you know, you might like guys or you might like girls. It depends. Modern world, you can like what you want as long as you're happy, guys. That's the main thing. But generally, yeah, that's not going to work. Just smelling good isn't going to work. You've got to have something about you or something similar to them. There you go. And you've got to be able to talk and listen. You've got 2 ears for one reason, to listen. That's it. That's my life skills. Anyway, we've come for a slot car show. So good luck, the guys. Come on. See if we can get that from 4th position up to 3rd. Guys down lower in the ranks. Let's see if we can crawl it up. Let's catch up a little bit. I mean, the competition in there must be stiff because you guys are really good racers. So the ranking is really, really showing how stiff that competition at this event is currently on over in Belgium is. Congratulations, guys, for getting up, doing something, going over there, having a good time, and doing it. Doug, your body odor is nothing to talk about, my friend. I love it. Good banter. What are you talking about? We're just warming up. Come on. Oh, Dick. Oh, Dick. I love it. You've been so ill, bless him. Oh, no, come on. I know you're good for it. So anyway, Dick sent me a message on Thursday evening. It's like, hey, Pete, what time's Wild on Wednesday tonight? And Dick, bless him, has been crook for a week, or ill, as we say in the rest of the world. And then to bless him, I was like, Dick, that was yesterday, mate. Blimey, you must be crooked. Oh, I love it. That's like me. I just cancel gigs now rather than turning up a day late. Talking about turning up a day late. You do not want to be late for this one because, my friends, Weevils slot cars have done it, haven't they? They've done it. They took one for the team, serving the community royally. They've opened a unit, guys. Now, I've been sure I should have, schoolboy error. I should have had a couple of pictures of inside the unit here, shouldn't I? But I haven't. So sorry, Weevils, but you've had a good run for the last sort of month or two. They were open yesterday. They're open today. They've got a track in there. They're doing promotions. They're doing competitions. They're down south somewhere. So if you're around the BM postcode, which I think is sort of that southern strip between sort of Dorset over to Brighton, if you're in that sort of strip, you can get there. You can make it today and join Weevils, having a great opening. I think because of the weather, it'd have been a great shout to have a barbecue down there. Maybe they're going to have one. Who knows? So Weevils, good luck to you yesterday and today. Well done for taking a plunge, opening a unit. It clearly shows the hobby is growing and getting a demand, or they wouldn't be able to do this, would they? Because there would be no money in the coffers to do it. So no, fair play to you boys. Well done. And I wish you genuinely, not in a sentimental way, but from the bottom of my heart, I wish you all the best with this venture. They've got a website, so do hop on there, support them. They're going to be hustling online, hustling in store, and hustling at trade shows or race events near you. They do go to Goodwood Revival, would you believe it or not? So amazing. So fair play to you all. Good luck. The Weaves. They weaves in and out of their shop like Weevils. Not Weebles. They Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down, I think was the saying. Tell me, guys, what are you guys up to this Tuesday at 5 p.m. in the afternoon, UK time? I have no idea what time that is everywhere in the world. I think it is going to be So if you're 6 hours behind Eastern, you're looking at 11 in the morning. If you're 11 hours ahead in Australia, you're going yeah, you're not making that one at 4 a.m. But anyway, I'll be there for when you wake up, you know. Anyway, this Tuesday at 5 p.m, we've got the international world launch of the first ever televised coverage of Scalextric for schools. Now, you might think, right, what am I doing watching this about kids? Tune in, right, to this, because this is, I've got a feeling about this video, yeah. It's a decent length, so you know, make sure you use the lavatory before you sit down to watch it, Dick. You know, you're getting older now, mate. It's coming on, getting on top of us. But you have here. Obviously, I'm not going to. Oh yeah, cheers, Dad. Yeah, that works. I tell you what, let's do a bit of housekeeping. So you're watching Pete Brown at Sunday Slotcar Sessions every week here on the interweb, because that's where we broadcast these days. And if you like what you're seeing or like what you're listening to in the ears of Doug, who's pottering around having a listen, do hit the like button for me, because it's going to share this content with lots of new people that are coming on YouTube, typing in slot cars, or in the UK, typing in Scalextric, because they don't know slot cars exist yet. And they'll find us and they'll watch this and they'll meet you guys as new friends, and they'll see all these great new channels in the chat, and they'll spread it out a bit. And generally that will make sure the hobby is being pushed in front of people that might even be typing in RC car, model trains, Airfix models, die-cast collections, Hot Wheels cars. You know, these feeds, these are hobby feeds, and they'll pop up in all of those different things. So do hit the like button for us. Thank you. Oh yeah, and if you're not subscribed, do that as well while you're there. It's right next to it, so save yourself a bit of time later. Like, subscribe, and if you want to see more of this, hit the cowbell. If you don't bother about it. But anyway, Scalextric for schools, genius. First time I've been down to this, but loved it. And I did have a good interview with Simon Hooker, the owner. Him and Simon and his family have been running this for a few years now. I can't believe it's the first year I've heard about it or seen it, but it goes to show that getting out there and promoting what you do works. Because I met Simon at the UK Slot Car Festival. If I hadn't met him there, I would still be none the wiser that this even exists, and nor would you, because you guys watch the channel. Thank you very much. Your support is always appreciated, and you find out some new stuff at the same time. So, Si, well done first off, and your family, for giving up your time and putting this on. This is not an easy thing to run, and it takes a lot of your time. And it takes a lot of your family time, your wife, your daughter, your son. You're all in. It's a family affair. I love it. They get down to Silverstone Museum, a kind sponsor of the event, along with PDS Vision, who do CAD and automated software, and Boxford, who do machinery for production, is the best way I can say it. They've got their laser cutters and not CNC. I don't know what it's called, but you'll see the video and you'll know what the equipment is. Did a little coverage on the equipment to give you an idea of how these things are made, you see. So what they do is they basically watch the video and it will explain it in a lot more detail. So just give you a quick summary. Screenshot the poster. Love it. Yes. In a nutshell, we've got kids in year 7 and year 8. So that is in age money, 11 years old to 13 years old. I think that's right. Simon, correct me the age bracket in the comments, please. I think it's 11 to 13. Don't want to ask kids their age. You just want to ask them what they're doing. And age is just the number. For kids, they're building stuff. It's incredible, right? They're designing the slot car in the CAD. Then they're 3D printing it, or they're vacuum making it, whatever the process is called. I'm trying to be vague so you watch the video and get the detail from that. and then they build it, and then they bring it to here to race it and compete against other schools all across the country. Some of the kids that come from Newcastle upon Tyne, some of them have come from Dorset. For the guys out of the country, this is coming from the top of the country, from the bottom of the country, like three and a half hours journey to get there, to spend the day there to do this event, then to travel back. Talk about dedicated. Well, anyway, so you're going to love this video. I strongly invite you to watch it. I know it's going to be a good video because what I did was I made it. I went there last Monday and filmed it. I stayed up late on Monday night and Tuesday night, and you all know I like my sleep, to smash it out and do the video. And I've done it to show the kids a gratitude for all the effort they put in. The least I can do is be a bit sleep deprivated and get the video sorted for them, so they've got a visual memory of their day. Anyway, I sent the link to Simon because I wanted to get it proof checked. It's got kids in it. Wanted to make sure the message of the event was right and the flow was okay, because I'd like for Simon to be able to use this video to promote the event to other schools. So I've done the video in a whole sort of captured every part of the aspect of the day, from the intro to interviews to the racing to the judging to the presentations to the outro to the trophies. Everything is in there, so he can share that with other schools and see if he can entice more people to get into this. But where I'm going with this overall is these kids here who are on this competition doing the engineering project in their eyes are actually the future slot car designers and builders for our hobby. They are the future, everyone, because they're in there building cars on CAD. If anyone saw Modeller's World, the Hornby series that was out last year, you see Millie from Hornby, from Scalextric, who's just got a job and she has to go and do that Puma. I think it was a Puma, the rally car, and they had to go up there and measure everything, and then she had to design it in the CAD and then send it out. Design it and then build it. That's what these guys are doing. These guys, right? If we love racing slot cars now, buying slot cars, collecting slot cars, racing slot cars, in my case, breaking slot cars, where are they coming from in 10 years? When the existing slot car designers have retired, in Maurizio's case, or, they might not even be here in some of the older cases, who's doing it? So these are the kids we are literally seeing. I don't know who's going to be, but we can see now in this room, a handful of these guys are literally going to be our slot car designers. Where else can you find that? Where else do you get that insight? Oh, it's such a great, not because I made it. Generally, I'm really proud of this video. It's a good video because it showcases these guys and what effort and the outcomes they've done. Really, really, really encourage you to watch this. So anyway, where I was going for, I bleated on. I'd sent Simon the link for approval to proof it. And I thought, he'll send it to the other teachers from the schools that were there. Probably get about 10 views. Then I'll open it up to the members, because if you're in tier 2 membership, ahead of the crowd, you get early access to videos. So all those members are currently enjoying watching the video as we speak. And then it's going out for release on Tuesday. Anyway, I checked yesterday morning thinking I'll just have a look at it while I set it up for 108 views. My God, it's literally 108 views and it's not even published. So fair play to you guys. That's a lot of proofing. Awesome. So please do get behind this video, like this video, share this video. Let's encourage this video to be pushed out so that other teachers and schools can see it and be a part of it, and we really accelerate the nuts and bolts side of the hobby, i.e. who's making us slot cars in the future. We've got to feed that top end, as they say in business. We feed the top end. At the bottom end, where we are buying our slot cars, it's going to be healthy. That's what we want. So fantastic. Well done. All right then. Hang on a second. Oh. Oh, I know what's happened. Yeah, it's... Hmm. Bear with me a second. Are you joking? Oh, no. Ah. Oh, okay. I've been using the wrong presentation. Save as. I just got to do a presentation switch here. Don't mind me. Talk amongst yourselves, guys. Sorry about this. Just where am I saving this to? We will put it in there. Save that there like that. Nearly there, guys. We will get rid of that. And we'll add the right one in. Right, while that uploads a second, sort my life out. It will be fine. I'll just catch up with the comments. It'll take a minute or so. So let's have a little catch up while I've been banging on about Scalextric for schools. Oh, I love it. Dave, you are so funny sometimes. But hey, what do you mean there's an issue with my file? So I'm getting a bit of abuse off of my computer here. All right, try again. Did anyone see Slotcar's video last night talking about Dave? Like that, and I totally like that. I do like a little bit of what you was doing on your video. And if anyone doesn't know what I'm doing on my video, on his video, go over there and have a look and make sure you like it as well. So I'm just waiting for my, if you just joined us, good morning, everyone. I'm just waiting for my presentation to upload because I was using the wrong one. Who would have thought it? It was okay up to that point. It's just loading in now. What? Here she is. Good morning, Tara. How you doing? You're not late. You're fashionably on time. And that will all be good. You're all good. Yes. You might well think that as well. All right, here we go. So there you go. Right, let's have a little. I'll just leave that on the screen a little bit more just while we. That's right, Dave. This is my problem. No, you're totally doing the best job, Daz. Totally doing the best job. Shut up, Pat. Oh, come on, mate. I mean, seriously. Yeah, I've lost my. No, I haven't lost my track photos. And yes, you can't buy TV like this. Oh. Have you got a new brand, Shane? Am I reading between the lines right? Love it. Okay, so what we got here, sending you the yellow BMW Andy tomorrow. There you go. So lovely. I think that would be, yeah, that's right. That's the members round robin they're talking about there. Tony, don't go there. Oh, I love it. Right, okay. So now I'm back on form. Here we go in the poo shoot. Well done. Right then. So slotcar Shenanigans is back this Thursday. Me and my right hand man, Rahul. We're going to be bringing it up. I wasn't there in the last show. I know. I was shirking, all ill, all COVIDed up and pulling a sickie, which you got to do sometimes to preserve longevity, as I call it. You know, take a day off in your life. I mean, the hobby's been around for 60 years. It's likely to be here in the next 6 minutes. So yeah, have a little respite on that one. So I did. I took a rain check on that. I had to. I just didn't have the energy. That was it. Did not have the energy, the pizzazz, the foomph to get in there. But this week I will, and that was good. I mean, to be honest with you, I really struggled last week. I mean, last week, whereas all right, I've been better myself. You know, I can feel my body. I'm not aching. I'm not tired. But I'm wiped. I'm wiped out. I'm like literally getting to the end of the day, and I'm like bushed. And I'm getting so by sort of 7, 8 o'clock. Oh man, I am toast. Really difficult to push through it. Like wide on Wednesdays last week, I thought I'll get through this. It's going to be okay. I'm decaling. It's not labor intensive, a blotto, and I didn't. I got through it. I was really tired towards the end though. That's why I was putting them decals down and going to clear coating. Because if you're getting tired, if you're getting frustrated, it's not worth it. It's supposed to be fun, right? So yeah. Anyway, so I'm back on it this week, and a big thank you to Oida Boy, Nico from Slotcar Dude, and Joe from Iris Slots. They were actually Iris Slots and Rahul Conquest Racing Club were guests were with Pete at Show Me Slots yesterday, and they were having a bit of a live stream and a look around someone's HO club, and then a bit of fun. So if you want to see a little bit more about some club and have a chat about Joe's weekend, Joe and his partner's weekend, with staying with Rahul, having a slot car weekend this weekend, go and check it out. You can find some live streams there. You can find all sorts going on Show Me Slots, on Conquest Racing Club, and on Iris Slots. They're bringing some extra content this week. A really good session on Friday night. They were doing races. Joe's missus is an absolute hoot. She is proper banter. So if you want to see if you want to see Joe and Rahul being shredded and taken to task on banter, she is bringing the fire. Well done. Absolute genius. Right on my wavelength. So do not give them boys a minute's grace. Honestly, she is like right in on the attack. They would say something in the after race interview, and she'd be like, useless, or something, like proper in there. Brilliant. So I've been enjoying that. Now, Thursday's show, amongst many topical discussions that we have that focus on the previous 2 weeks that have gone before, I'm going to be talking about what brand perception. And it's a little bit different. You know, we did the guys did the YouTube thing last week, so I don't really want to be dwelling on content creation. This week we did that was done last week. So I want to talk about brand perception, because what I've noticed is, and not to get into it here because we're going to get into it and get some other opinion on Thursday at 9:30 UK time, 4:30 Eastern, 10:30 EU, European. We're going to be talking about what the brand means and perception of brand, because sometimes I feel a brand. No, I'm not getting into it now. If you want to get into this chat, come to us on Thursday. It's going to be amazing. There will be traffic lights. Yep, good traffic lights. There's going to be the regular features, as you're starting to recognize now, regular features and segments to the show with new bolt-ons and attachments, of course. So come and join us. Rahul and I will be live on Thursday. And the main, one of the big key features on the show will be brand perception about the hobby. We're going to be chatting through that. So that's going to be quite interesting. We'd love to hear your take on it, what you think on some of the questions that we put out there or some of the items and the topics that we discuss. There's no hard and fast rule on the show other than we do say our opinions or your opinions are each and our own, and that is it. So come along and say what you think. You will not be cancelled unless you're aggressive, and then you're out. Okay, so we can happily agree to disagree. You know, we can do that. We're big boys and girls now. No one is right and no one is wrong. We all have an opinion on what we think, and I think it's important that we're given a space, a platform that we can say our opinion without fear of being cancelled. Okay, so if you don't like a brand, you're allowed to say you don't like a brand, but you have to, the rules are, tell us why you don't like it constructively. There you go. So for an example, and I'm sure he will agree with me, Dave at slotcar and I have lengthy chats about other subjects where we are polar opposites in belief, but we appreciate what each other believes. We disbelieve it in our own heads, how you can believe that, but that's each of our beliefs. So we don't push our own beliefs on the other person. We listen to what they're saying to understand why they have those beliefs. So if you believe a slot car company, brand, whatever brand it may be, whether it's on the screen here, whether it's another brand that I haven't listed, because I haven't listed some 1 in 24 brands like BRM or ITT. I haven't listed some of the HO brands like AFK or Bauer or T70 or anything like that. So, you know, I'm just acknowledging that not all brands on the screen. If you are into HO, if you are into 1 in 24, if you are into something else and you want to come and join the chat and discuss that, do it. Bring it on. Because that's what I want to cover. I want to see what your thoughts on brands are, and does that align with the message that the brand puts out where they want to be? Interesting. So let's talk about it. There you go. Right, DK Moon is here. Good morning, DK Moon. How you doing, buddy? Shane, how you doing? Aid is here as well, right? Aid sneaking in there. Nice. I'll tell you why these two have been doing good, Dave, because you're crawling over a table at your age, and we're just waiting to see if you put your back out when you're trying to get off the table onto your stepladder chair. He hasn't got a stepladder, he's got a chair, which we call in England the stepladder chair when you get to a certain age. It's called I can't be bothered going up the house to the upstairs spare room to get the stepladders. I'll just use the stepladder chair and I'll get on that desk to take down that bit of track in the back end corner. And that's what we're doing. We're just waiting to see if you seize up, Dave. But no, they're really good videos, Dave. That's why. And they're half an hour long as well, which is which Dave and I were talking about. He said normally they're sort of between 8 and 18 minutes long. When you get into content creation, you start to have stepstones for video lengths. If you notice, people will make 8-minute videos, 12-minute videos, 18 or 20-minute videos, half an hour or 1 hour videos. There is a reason for it. But anyway, Dave's come out with a couple of half-an-hour shufflers. Honestly, it's liberating. Hey, Dave, you've got so much more time and freedom to do stuff in your video when you're not trying to cram it into the 12 or 8 or 12 minutes points. So that's why, coupled with the length of video, we can have a good old watch, and the fact that we don't know if your back's going to put out because you're up and down on the stepladder chair all morning. Oh, I love it. So anyway, join us for Slot Car Shenanigans on Thursday, guys. It's going to be sick, and we're going to get lit. There you go. Who said I'm not down with the kids with my vocab? Right, so star content creator this week is brother Pat. And I love the fact that I watched Slotar's video last night and he's on the same page. His recommendation at the end of his video, as he always recommends videos for us to watch, well done, Dave, is Pat Slots. So Pat's, as you can see, is a disruptor, a YouTube channel. I love it, up and coming. He's been around forever. You know, look at the size of that beard. It looks like Merlin. He's been around for that long. But no, he's genuinely what I call a heart on sleeve content creator. So he's not in it for the fame, the fortune, the kudos. He's not in it to get over to Dubai to do some influencing with the cameras. He is just on it because this is our, not Pat, this is our friend circle. And Pat has an opinion. And I love that. That's why we chat a lot, because we're both opinionated people. I nearly said bar stewards then. And anyway, so Pat is great because Pat comes on screen and he shares his thoughts and feelings with us. And that's what he does. They're his thoughts and feelings, and that's what we need more of. So he's my star subscriber this week. And as you see, I've put a star around the button to highlight I've subscribed. I've hit the cowbell so I get all of his notifications. He's got 4 videos up at the moment. He's introduced, the first one was great. He introduces what he's about, what he loves, why he does it, all the channels he follows. Brilliant. You know, if you sent Pat a note, he would shout you out. So this week, Pat has talked about a weekly roundup. Utter genius, because we have news roundups, don't we? We have news roundups of what's going on in the news for the last week. We have the Shenanigans show, which is a industry-wide roundup and also a discussion show. So we want to discuss things and really scratch the surface and get people chatting and get interacting on the live side of things. Pat's now, hopefully he'll carry this on. Come on, Pat! You've got this! Hopefully he'll do I don't know, a weekly roundup with Pat. Pat, I don't know, I was going to say Pat's Parlour then, but that sounds wrong on so many levels. What are you going to do, Pat? So, Pat's YouTube weekly roundup. I think that's got a ring to it. And it's definitely a place for that. There's a place for that. So it's so nice getting YouTube channels that set up and do stuff. But it's so much nicer when a channel finds an area in the hobby, and it's a really hard hobby to find an area in, because it's a very well populated hobby from a content creation point of view. That you found a place that is quite unique. So I'd like to see more of that, Pat. But don't be under any pressure. Don't feel obligated that you have to do anything. But I think you've hit on something with your weekly roundup. I think it's good. And the reason why is because this could be a thing that us content creators kind of strive to be included in. If you've made it onto Pat's YouTube weekly roundup, maybe put the word slotcar into your title just for so YouTube picks that up, Pat, just a tip. So Pat's weekly slotcar, I don't know, whatever, Pat, you think about it. I don't know, Pat's slotcar weekly roundup, or Pat's YouTube weekly roundup on slot cars. But if you've got the word slotcar in your title, YouTube's going to pick it up along with other things. So just a top tip for you. If you were to do that, we might strive to make more content to try and get included on Pat's weekly slot car YouTube roundup. Woo! You might want to shorten that as well. Yeah, it could be a thing. Could be like from a content creator's point of view, you know, like a little badge of honor. If you've done good content, you're going to make it on Pat's list. Pat's slot car list. See, it's all coming flooding out now. I think you've hit something. But I do urge you, come on, get over and see what Pat's about. He's got 54 subscribers at the moment. I reckon Do you reckon we can get to 100 by the end of the show? Come on, I've never done this. I've never tried to get anywhere live before. I feel like I'm on proper telly now, trying to crowdfund for charity or something. You know, if we can get to 100 grand by the end of the show, you know, we can get all those veterans in the black taxis and over to the Normandy D-Day event. What do you call it? Yeah, it's an event, memorial, remembrance, festivities, you know, so that sort of thing. So what do we reckon? Can we get this to 100? Pat did say something poignant when he was talking about the Sunday Slotcar sessions in his show. And welcome aboard if you just joined. He did say it was a real hub of activity. And I really appreciate this description because it's what I'm trying to do. He says it's a real hive of activity, the momentum with people coming in and then going about their business, or coming in and staying, or coming in a bit late from being about their business. You guys in Australia who are obviously late afternoon, early evening by now. You've been out to the pub, you've been out to shopping, you're coming in, you're flicking the YouTube on, you tuned in on My Ugly Mug and getting involved with the chat, because that's where your pals are. That's where you're going to find out a little bit of resolve on some problems you've got, or you might want to just tune in and hear what shenanigans the Blue Spanners are on. I've got literally 19 Blue Spanner moderators in the chat right now, because both Dick, Tara and Shane are here. And quite frankly, they are live cards. But I love it because it keeps everyone on their toes. Yes! In the Sunday Slotcar sessions. Brilliant. So what else is going on in the chat? We'll be banging on about old Pat here. Love it. Get in there, Pat. You are the man. Stash, sorry, I beg your pardon. Stash, in the Slotcar shenanigans, we allow comments and banter within reason, okay? We will stamp out aggression and dictatorship, okay? There's got to be balance. And the way you deliver balance is by having a reason for your statement. So you can come in here, you can even come in the Sunday Slotcar sessions like someone did on our first event, where we called out trolling in comments, and the person that we were trying to defend took it the wrong way, got very upset and started this and that in the comments. So that wasn't good. However, we like your freedom of speech. We don't take just aggression. You can't come in and just go, yeah, that's rubbish. That is utter garbage. And that's it. And just leave it at that. Because that's trolling someone. If you give it balance and you say, that's our rubbish, because when I got it, I had flat spots on the wheels, or the white kit instructions didn't come with instructions. And, oh, mate, yeah. Let's get on this, right? Did anyone watch Slotcar News on Friday? Dave Kennedy. I mean, credit where credit's due, Dave. You know, I know we've had a turbulent relationship. we're on good terms now, but I appreciated your editorial, mate, honestly, because I think I can say about white kit instructions, and it's that live one on Sundays. Yeah, well, you know, what does he know? You clearly have a bigger following, and people listen to you, and the brands seem to warm to you. The fact that you've actually dressed down some companies for not putting instructions into white kit, and actually agreed in disbelief, why would that not be a logical thing? Well done to you, mate. Thank you very much. Supporting the cause. I've been on that for a little while now. I know you don't watch my content, which is fine. I've got feelings. But if anyone is in tune with Dave, let him know that we'll support him on this. Sound like I'm in Parliament. Yes, and we'll support government on this as the official opposition. No, I get it. I'm with you. Great shout. So if that would come to light, Pat would be the first one to shout that out on his roundups. He's like, yep, and there you go. This is a disgrace, and this is it, because Pat always gives you a because. So Stash, you can come on Slotcar session shenanigans. You can talk openly in there. We openly say It's an adult show. You're allowed to speak freely. Don't drop the C-bomb in there, though. I kind of have some language limits because ladies, women and children might read the comments. But generally, we've told parents that it's an adultish show because it's on at 9:30 in the evening UK time in Europe. That's the point. Is we're doing an adult show with content like that at the appropriate time in the country that I'm releasing it for. You see, so that's what we do here. So, Stash, you can have an opinion, mate. I have got some really colourful ones, honestly, and it's cost me dearly. I've had toe to toe, going against people because they don't believe what I say and they believe I should be shut down. But I'm telling them why I think like that, and they can't tell me why they think, why they feel they do, and that's the problem. So there you go. Come along on Thursday. Tell us what you think. Let's get into it. Let's chat about it. This is the whole point of Sunday slot car sessions. It is a little bit of weekly therapy for the wider community. On Thursday, we go a little bit deeper. So come on down because it is wired to give you guys that release. We need releases, guys. I'm the last person in the queue to talk openly about my feelings. Sorry, just am. Why I've been brought up. But I'm the first person in the queue that if I'm bothering, if it's really bad, I will nowadays maybe talk to someone about it. So if you've got no one to talk to, which some cases is the case, which is why we come onto these chats, so we'll hang out with our pals who talk in the same language, slot cars. You've got somewhere you can vent, you can talk about, you can release. So come on, Stash, bring it on Thursday. Let's have some adult commentation, and we'll give you our feedback, our views. You will only be cancelled if you're aggressive or openly and overtly rude. All right, there's no need for it. We come here to chat, drill down into the situation or the comments, and get some answers. If we can't get some answers, we know we've got some work to do, and we'll fire it into the brands, or we'll fire it around the wider community of slot car content creators, and open that up and try and get a wider opinion on that subject that we couldn't get resolved. So we'll sort it out. Come on down, mate. Can't say fairer than that, right? Wow. Amazing. There you go. Well, okay. Well, do it by proc. Have you've got a phone? We're on the internet on your phone as well, Stash. Yes, everyone has their reasons why and what they like and what they don't. Tara reputation, please, love. I mean, seriously, you ruined that yourself years ago. Anyway, let's crack on. We haven't even got to track focus yet, and it's you. Oh, here we are. Track focus. And we've got a few tracks. I'm not going to be dressing it up, but we've got a few tracks to get through. So let's steam into that. Before I do, Sunday slot car sessions here, Pete Brown, every week. We are having a week off. If you missed the top of the show, just to remind you, I'll remind you at the end as well. Not next week, but the week after, we won't be rolling a Sunday slot car sessions because I will be out of the studio for the day. I am over at Silverstone. I finally managed to get in there. So I'm going to be over there and not on here. Sorry, guys, but it's just the way it is. Yeah, I've thought about that. I've managed to kick myself out of my own live stream before. I've managed to cut the live stream off by accident twice before. That wasn't that great. And I've managed to also detach myself from my own Facebook page, which takes some going. So I'm not really doing that well on the on including myself. I'm the first person. I cancel myself for fun. Ah, genius. Right, Okay, so let's hit it up then. Now, the first track I've got, I'm so pleased about this because over the last couple of years, he's become a good friend. Oh, I put it there, haven't I? Right, okay. So Carl Orton is your man. Yeah, okay. Carl Orton is a regular viewer, regular contributor and friend to the show. Good morning, Carl. How you doing? He's probably watching this back later with his coffee or spitting his coffee out going, I'm on the telly. But this is his track, a cheeky little track as well. I like it. Look at that. It looks like he's been doing some weathering on his actual track. You know, it doesn't look like a black track. Oh, no, DK Moon. No, you had to bring it up. I know. But anyway, look, let's check out some of the detail on this. Looks like he's only gone and built a rally track in the middle of his actual track. So, yeah, just the bits of detail there going on. Tracking. It's like the Russian dolls. You open it up, take the next one out, open it up, take the next one out, open it up, take the next one out. What? Janu is here. Sunday slot car show. Yeah, it is. I'm off to Silverstone, but I don't know about the ability to stream from there. So I'm just going to say, like I did at Goodwood, no show that weekend. I'll be using it as my once a quarter holiday. I've cashed in the holiday quota so I can go racing at Silverstone. 3 levels of track, as Pat says. Yes, very, very cool. And as Tara says, he's got quite a few of the whatchamacallits, her painted figures around the place, which is ace. I love it. Yes, totally and utterly. I'll tell you what, right, in a couple of minutes, we might do what we haven't done in many, many months is we might have a little interval break so we can all go and grab a toilet and a coffee. I won't be grabbing a coffee. I'll be maybe using the little boys' room, but we might go for that in a couple of minutes. So just a pre-warning, we will have a little lull in a second for 2 minutes. So I just answer the call of nature. Is that a polycar track? Is it? Okay. I didn't know if this was a polycar or whether this was his Scalextric track that he has and he was buying a polycar. I don't know if he bought it. Yeah, he did buy it. Very nice bit of kit though. Let's and also what I liked about Carl is he's done some brutalist architecture, some brutal with the, if you don't know what brutalist architecture is, it's like very concrete, very kind of boxy, very aggressive looking architecture. Think Gotham City, and you're kind of getting there. Yeah, Gotham City meets Stevenage meets Slough if you're in the UK. Parts of New York City would have brutalist architecture in it. Really cool. So I just love the fact that he's developed his track so well. Really nice bit. Well done, Carl. Yeah. So who's next? Oh, Andrew Elia. Nice. I do like a bit of long aperture photography. So whilst we can't see his track in detail, we can see his track in visual. So what you've got, you can see at the far end, it looks a bit like a banked corner. Nice detail. And then you've got some loose chicanes coming down towards us on the near side by the control. Love it. Good work, Andrew. Good work indeed. So just thought something different. Just throwing a little bit of long aperture. Yeah, Tara loves the lighting as well. Mad Dad is saying polycar for Carl Orton's track. You can tell by the border ends. They're quite stumpy. Yeah, I get it. Love it. Yeah, that's right. The track did split in the middle. So we're moving on. Steve Erickson's got a good one. I'll tell you, I had a little result on Wednesday, or was it Thursday? I can't remember, but I had a result, right? Because I was just surfing the social medias, you know what I do? Go on social medias. I try and find tracks that I've never had before and save them down and then share them at the weekend. Because whilst, yes, you can go on social media and see all the tracks that I bring you and present to you guys on a weekly basis. But if you're like me, you're time sensitive and you don't really have that much time to go scouring the internet for cars, for tracks, for scenery, for whatever else you look at online. So, and then someone brings it and rounds it up and puts it in a bite-sized portion for you here, like I do. So if you've seen some of these tracks, no problem. Nice refresher. But if you've not, well, happy days, like me, enjoy. And that's what, you know, the news providers do. They email the factories, they scour the factory websites and the internet. So if they get enough content from what the factories and the companies email to them, they make a show out of it. If they don't, they overlap the social media, find some content, and then they create their 10-minute shows for us to enjoy and watch. And so this was a really nice track here from Steve. It's a Carrera track, and the thing with it, the old Carrera track, is, sorry, I lost my train of thought. That what I was doing when I was looking at social media, some guy had put a post up saying, "Hit me up with your Carrera tracks," and literally everyone did. So this week is a little heavy on Carrera tracks, but some of them are so good. And you know, I got a whole load of them I've saved for future use as well. So that was nice. I just like this one because, you know what, in a little way, this reminds me of Marty at Two Lines track. If I had a little bit more in the center and at this near side, a little bit more elevated section or some zigzaggy that crosses over the long straights, perfect, Steve. So I like that track, and I really like this one. I'm just looking at this space here from Jeremy. I think it's the space actually that he's got to use it. It's almost he's built the perfect brick room for his slot car track. Perfect size. You can get all around it. He's got a monitor on the wall ready to do his race control. There you go. I was going to say race counting. But he's got his race control on there. No, actually, Pat, the moment's passed. I reckon I might be able to make it. I was just in case it comes back. I was testing the. I was laying the ground down. I nearly said testing the water, but that's not what you want to say when you need the loo. Yeah, totally like that room. Yeah, I see. Marty's talking about his need for the 4-lane. Yeah, do you need it? You could probably need it if you've got few of you racing and you want to do digital. Yeah, absolutely. But if you are home racing, 4 lanes, it's a luxury. Yeah, it's a luxury. It's not necessary. It's if you can have it, get it, because why not? Hey. But yeah, don't feel under any pressure that 4-lane is the best lane. If you've got a track and you're racing, that's the best lane you're ever going to have. 100%, 150 million% even. Love it. So just a word in from slotcar here. So Jeremy here actually has a channel. Thank you, Matt. I didn't realize this. Garage of Slot Cars is Jeremy's channel. So if we can go over there and give him a bit of love, because I've kind of borrowed his track. I don't know him. So hi, Jeremy. If you're watching this, hello, mate. I hope it's all right to borrow your track, but you know, let's have a little bit of promotion on your slot car channel. YouTube, Garage of Slot Cars is his channel. And Paul's backing that up as well. And Pat's saying he thought he saw it before. I haven't, but Rob has as well. Jeremy has been quiet recently, but does dole out some good content. And yes, Pat, he's got a couple of neon signs, which, yeah, do I need a neon sign in here? I don't actually, because the sign that Tony made for me, Tony Tibbs, if anyone needs sign writing or a sign, Tony's your man. He made that sign, and that's pretty neon on its own. So yeah, let's give it a little bit of glow. There you go. Awesome. Yeah, where is Jeremy from? That is a great question, Dick. Thank you. Okay, old picture, so good. Some fresh content coming up, everyone, with a new picture for Jeremy. Love this though, really nice. Sort of compact. It's got sweeping corners on the left and the right side, with a technical section over at the top right hand side, and pit lanes. Now, check out this from William. I think, is this Carrera Go, everyone? Because he is fitting a lot of track in a small amount of space for a regular Carrera track. But this goes to show that this is not just focused on 1 in 32 scale. We're focused on any scale, really, any brand, in any country, by anyone who loves slot cars. So that's it. That's all we're about. Slot car action. Yeah, Dave. So Slotar says it's making his head hurt, because I can't remember who said it the other week. Can't remember, but they said, can you go back to the track, please? Because they have this thing where they visually follow a track around its circuit. It might have been Slot R, actually, and they couldn't even begin because there's like 4 swirly whirly towers, there was crossovers, there was crossroads. I was going on a bit like this track. Oh, is that you, Dave? Brilliant. See, I do listen to what you say. I'm right. Janu says this is an amazingly cool track. Daz, thanks, Daz, confirming for me it's Carrera Go. I like it. William Legion Infante. Enfante, if you're saying it in French. Enfante, monsieur. Je parle français, ce n'est très bien. Je m'excuse. I said, sorry, I don't speak French that good. There you go, see? And that normally gets you a free pint. Brilliant. Someone just turned up and went, oh my God, I've turned up to the wrong show, everyone. I love it. I love the busyness of the track, and you can just see going around the perimeter from the left-hand side, comes down to the base of the track, goes round the front of the track here on the nearest side, long straight up to the back right-hand corner, banked curve into the far side straight, bank corners, perimeter run. Genius. Really enjoying it. And of course, it's got strip lighting on it, and it's blue. Everyone look at the color of the lighting in the studio here. It's blue. Look at my brand colors. They're blue. Pattern emerging here. Even though I support Liverpool Football Club, which is red, I love blue. What can I say about it? There you have it. So that was a lovely track, William. Thank you, my friend. Here we go. Oh, please, Brian Kavanagh. Kavanagh. I don't know. Big Bry. Yeah. It's the life of Brian. I just have to laugh when I say the life of Brian. There's just so many sayings from that film, isn't there? Release Woodolph. No, release Wandolph and Watcher. I'm Watcher. Release. And everybody hangs out the window to celebrate Christmas Day or birthday. It's like, we should always celebrate the life of Brian, the birth of Brian. Oh, Brian, it's such. If we got any Brians in the chat, mate, it's brilliant. Just before I go on a Brian banter, Brian is a great name. It's like so 80s, isn't it? It's like Ian, it's Douglas and Peter and Trevor and Keith, and these are all 70s and 80s names. We call when our dog is in a mood, we call him a grumpy Trevor. Oi, Trev, what are you doing? You're mooding over by the door, sulking. Oh, who needs a Cross, exactly. I'm going straight to hell, mate. The Life of Brian. Oh, brilliant. Just all Monty Python films, genius. They were literally way ahead of the curve in the 70s. What were they talking about? They were talking about trans. And they were saying they were obviously saying about, there's this guy who's changing into a woman from a man. And they're like, you can do that. And they were like musing over that subject, let's say. And it just hilarious scene. Just the sketch. They had such foresight. And that was like 40, 45 years ago. They were literally mocking what is happening today, like a comedy sketch, like it will never happen. And it's happening. So we are literally in today's society living in a Monty Python sketch. Young track fans, go and watch everything to do with Monty Python. Start with The Life of Brian, then watch The Holy Grail, then watch Jabberwocky. I just watched them all. They are literally genius. Yeah, that's it, DK Moon. Yes, that's right. It was banned in a lot of countries because of that sketch, which is why I've loosely skirted around the sketch, because I actually searched the other day on looked for YouTube information. Does YouTube by default show you left-leaning politics or left-leaning content? Now, I'm not getting into it because young track fans watch that and we have a policy on the show, no politics. But it's not politics, it's algorithm study. And would you believe it? Just you do the research. You type that into YouTube and do some research, and you'll be surprised at what you find. But moving back onto slot cars, have you seen Brian's track here? This is exciting because this is a work in progress track. I love the fact that he's built up the high walls and he's built up the height and the steeplechase around the kind of figure of S traverse down the mountain that is creating. Really good detailing on the top, on the corners. I've been focusing on the corners of tracks for ages, right? Corners of tracks, because obviously I've got 4 corners on my tracks, but I just got not a lot of space on the corners. So I want to know how I can encompass and, corner off those sections, the corners of doom, so I don't lose slot cars. I can make it look fancy, and I can share that process with you, but do it on a shoestring because no one's got any money and whatever. Yeah, just great track. Sorry, I keep thinking about this track. It's got so much going on in it. Brilliant. So I love it. I love the fact. I love this. Yeah, okay, kids. Let's go. If you're in high school, secondary school, go after these videos and films. If you're not in secondary school yet, go and ask your parents. That's the best I can do on those matters, especially you, Ruben, watching you, and you, Cameron, and you, Liam, and you, Jacob, and you, Sasha, in particular. So yeah, well done, actually, Dave. Caveat in there: secondary school and higher, I reckon, for Monty Python. But yeah, check with your parents first because I don't know what their take on Monty Python is. I think it is hilarious, and to be honest with you, I watched it probably when I was 5, when I was that age anyway, because back then that was the dumb thing. So yeah, thanks, Dave, bringing us back onto point. Family show. Brian Kavanagh's track, love it. So Dan Duke, another track, what I call possibly a starting track. So he's got a bass down of the AstroTurf. Love the way the track flows. It almost reminds me a little bit of Munden Park in reverse. So it is, and I don't know if he sprayed his track. What track is that? It's going to be a Carrera because of the kind of borders. I can appreciate that because I tried those. I like it. Dan Duke is here. High bank corners at the back there. which is interesting. Because it's very hit and miss with high bank corners. Some tracks you see they don't have it, and other tracks they do have it. I wonder where the preference is in people. Do you think that high bank preference comes from more American style racing, where you've got NASCAR and bank corners and ovals and things? Or do you think it is just a speed preference? Can you go faster around the bank corner? Is that why you have it? I don't know. What's your views on bank corners, everyone? I quite like it. I had the Scalextric banked R3 bank corners. It weren't that great. The way you set them up, the way they suggest. The way we actually set them up in our own way, much more banked, much better. But it was really shallow and it didn't really do it for me the way they said out of the box doing it. Anyway, so loving Dan Duke's track. Really nice. Good straights. 3 long straights. A couple of technical sections. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's got a couple of Scalextric cars there ready to go. Good work. Oh, on that note of cars to purchase, do check out Rahul, because he is uploading like Billy-O his collection of cars, predominantly Carrera cars. But he's up there. He's putting them on his website. I think it's conquestlair.com. And that has got hundreds of cars already. Might not have many left now. Joe Iris Carrera has been in there, buying them all up. He took his wife down, his missus down there as well, who's obviously going to keep a check on what's happening when it comes to them buying signals. But going by watching the live stream on Friday, she's probably going to buy more cars than him. Good effort. Nice one. Awesome. So what we got here, banked corners on HO from DK Moon. 1 in 32 has similar problems with some problems with some cars and guides on bank corners. That's an interesting thing. Anyone else had a problem with bank corners? So Paul, Slotcar 2021, fabulous Slotcar news coming out by him lately, by the way. Thanks, Paul. Keep that going. You're really good at that, because those videos are short. You can deliver that in your work schedule, because Paul is major time sensitive. So you can knock out a 3, 4, 5 minute video, news update. Don't need much editing on it. Bang it out. Content's there. Channel's growing. Happy days. Well done, Paul. Bring us some more Slotcar news updates, please. So it adds more skill, because you will de-slot if you're too fast. Interesting. And free rooms adds to that it adds realism in banking. A lot of Scalextric high details will not take the classic banks, says Stash. All right, okay. High detail. Oh, is in high detail cars. So if you've got one of the high detail cars like the GT3 or whatever they're doing on those sorts of things, then they won't really handle those banks. Interesting. And the geometry is slightly out on the Carrera bank curves. They're a pain to get right. I wonder why you didn't have them. So interesting. Hold on a second. Is Shane out of here? Oh no, Shane, he's got to go. It's dinner time. Well, take your phone to the table, mate. What's the matter with you? It's dinner time. It should be it's a family show. This could be your opportunity to get your family watching Sunday slot car sessions, talking about slot car guides, slot car bushes, braids, talking about all things slot car, getting them enthused. You know, don't look at it, Shane, like it's taking your work home. Look at it like you're radicalizing. Sorry, you're explaining how this stuff works to fresh eyes and ears. But no, seriously, mate, you have a good time. So thanks, Slot R, for letting us know that this is Evolution painted. Appreciated. That's the track, everyone. Really good track. I like it. So then that was it. That's enough of the other stuff. Enough of the track focus. And we got through that in good time, everyone. which leads us into the tail end of the show where we talk about other stuff that's happening. Then we'll bring down the slideshow. We'll have a little bit of a final just chat, and then we'll bail out here. Get on with our days. Last week was a special day because it was Father's Day, everyone. So while we're on the note of just going through the other stuff, what did you guys, how did it go on Father's Day for you guys? What happened? Did you get taken out for dinner, for lunch, for breakfast? Did you get certain presents? I don't go for presents these days. I've put a lock on it in our house. Just said it's pointless for us. And I love you all year. So, and I'd hope you do the same in return. So don't worry about a present. Just let me know. Just acknowledge me somehow. So other stuff, right? So I've been chatting to Ian and Doug, and here you go. Here's a new product that's coming from them. I've got the world exclusive because even they don't know they're designing and making this yet. But I saw this on socials while I was searching for whatever, and it is genius. Oh, Ian and Doug, talk about, here's an idea for you for designing. I did a feature months ago on, it's all right, where do you keep your slot cars, but where do you keep your slot car boxes? Genius. So this is an evolution of this. Father's Day is September in Australia. Oh my God. Okay, cool. Well, hit us up when it's Father's Day and we'll start doing a bit of campaign leading up to it so that any of those secret watchers will all be reminded. But anyway, Ian, Doug, if you could come up with some kind of contraption, like, you know, your containers that you do, you know, your paintbrush, pen holder, desk organizing containers. If you do one of those, maybe a bit bigger, bit taller, slightly wider, maybe you could engineer sort of a retrofitting, just sits on the top kind of cover, and then we can slot cars up in there or lean them up in there, and then you can put the bridge. We can stack them up on top of each other and have a really good, clever slot car storage concept. Brilliant. Now the race is on because I've thrown the idea out there. Who's going to make it first? I'm praying and hoping to God it's my friends at MagFans, Magnetic Racing. But on a serious note, they have come out with a petrol station, or the, what do they call it in America? The garage. No, the fuel station. That's what they call it. I've got this coming on. Now, I know I shared this last week. I'm not light on content. Don't worry. I just want to do the guys a solid and promote this because this is a fantastic piece of kit. Bear in mind, I've got a whole rake in the box here. Woo! For my next project on the polycar track, design, build, whatever you want to call it. I just thought I'd give them a little plug on this. I haven't got space for this on my track. It's a travesty because I would love to have this on my track. Maybe the next one or whatever, who knows, but not this one, not today. So if you've not seen it, they've done a video on it. Go and check it out. Highly recommend it. Really cool. And there you go. So Ian, Doug, well done, guys. And then it was really nice on Monday last week when I was at the Scalextric for Schools event to run into Mark and Rick from Slotcar magazine. That's the editor and the graphic designer, if you didn't know. Well, anyway, they were there all day. It was really nice to see them there all day. BBC Northampton turned up for 5 minutes and then left. Paul, well done. Cheers. Yeah, obviously behind the kids. Yeah, well done. It's been noted. You're not invited to anything we do. But there you go. Anyway, the elitist. I don't like the BBC anyway, because I have to pay for TV license and I don't agree with it. And I'm not getting into it. But there you go. So Slotcar magazine were there. They were great fun. It was really nice to hang out with them because when I see them, it's always at a swap meet or a festival. And, you know, we've all got stands and we're all hustling and we're all chatting and You never get 2 minutes. So it's just nice to actually get a couple of coffees, have a mooch around with them, spend some time, see them, chat with them. And the work they do is literally, there's no money in it. They don't do this for profit. It's like this show. There's no money in it at all. I just do it for fun because I like it. I like it. I'm a performer. I like it. And I love slot cars like these guys do. So support them, support the hobby, get some info. Brilliant. That is how it's done, guys. And then there you go. I'm online. See? Awesome. That brings us to the end of the slideshow. Alley up. Cheers. Now, I've got to put it this way because I tag it. If YouTube doesn't see it, doesn't like the tag. Right then. So we're nearly at the end of the show, guys. What a show. It has been fantastic. Oh, hey, George got Lionel, a 1966 Le Mans, a Fly GT40 1966 Le Mans for Father's Day. Well, I had to go on a GT40 last night. Rob Sale, I'm sure he won't mind me doing this. As he come in, there's a new wheeler dealer for slot cars on the interweb now. Boise, who's Mac slot car Dustin slot car collector, Mac Attack. He's attacking everyone in our Inner Circle of Trust WhatsApp group. So he's now broken out of there and set up a WhatsApp trading app. If you want in on that, get in touch with me somehow by the comments, and I'll ask Mac if he would be happy for you to be in that WhatsApp group. It's basically a WhatsApp group that's buying and selling slot cars, like this one. So this one, as you can see, the number 9s on the bonnet and the boots. Someone had used a different chassis at the bottom, and it was from a number 1 chassis and had a number 1 top. So I basically just threw a couple of stickers on there, and that's repaired now. But I had a quick go. Oh yeah, do you want to see the chassis, don't you? I had a quick go around the track last night. Oh my. Oh, this thing is rapido. Probably trued your tyres for you as well in the process, Rob. So that's a nice bit of kit. Actually, how good would it look? Yeah, it looks all right on the rack there, Rob. I think I might nick it is what I might do. Nice. So I'll keep that there and forget about that in my new collection. One thing I always forget about though is merch store. The merch store up there, hit that QR code up there. There you go. That thing there. Like some other guys did last weekend. Brilliant. Got loads of stuff on there. Hey, it's got a few new designs up there. And also I got sent a new car by Scalextric. But unfortunately, I have destroyed. Well, I haven't destroyed it. Here we go. So this is what it is. Nice Lotus 79. I get it to work. You can hear it. You can hear it. That is a stripped crown gear, everyone. If you get that noise on your car, that is a stripped crown gear. So yeah, that's exactly right, Simon. Add in some buildings. Oh yeah. Oh, there you go. Awesome idea, mate. Yes, you could have like have them design the building, have them design, construct the building, a bit like the model makers at the architects, because that will get the architectural interest into the hobby as well. That is amazing. Get the modelers to create their own buildings. Brilliant. There you go. So just another plug. Good night, Hughes. Good night, Shane, mate. Good night. I'm just going to stick this into the chat again. This is where you are going to find the 24-hour race that's going on in Belgium. If you fancied extending your slot car experience this morning, yes, please. And I think on that note, guys, I think, yeah, the toilet is well waiting for me now, Bo. If you're like cross-eyed like this. No, I'm all right, actually. I think I've turned a corner. Right, anyway, guys, it's been good this morning. It's been amazing, as always. The chat has been on fire. Your comments have been constructive. They've been bantery. Remember, kids, if you're going to watch anything Monty Python, ask your parents first. But anyone over in secondary school, go for it. It's hilarious. What else have we got coming up this week? We've got the Scalextric for Schools video. We've got Shenanigans. We've got a Wildman, Eric Slotcar Wildman stream, I hope. Kennedy said there's no Slotcar news live stream today. Who knows what's going on, but there is tons of stuff coming. Oh, hang on. I almost forgot. Rob Swift Slots, he did a video and it was really good. He's done a video, and I'm going to say this as I sign off before I really ruin the chat, on a Revo slot, gear mesh, and how to use an NSR gear in a Revo slot. So if you've had issues with gear mesh, hashtag set your own gear mesh. If you've had issues with that, let's not get into that again. Too much division. He sorts you out. So Robert Swift Slots is on it. Anyway, right, guys, I'll see you all later. On that note, all the best. Track 5.